saying. Be concerned when they don't care to say it. Funny how people will act like they know you, but they don't even got a clue what they're saying.
Yeehaw, soldiers! It's your boy the Anime Sage coming at you with another video, and this is What If Kakashi Adopted Naruto Part 13. So, we are once again updating my most popular series, as we are really reaching the end of the story very soon. Man, I'm gonna miss the story when it's all said and done, but all good things must come to an end. Unless you do Boruto, which, Alright, let me go into some things first. First, watch my community tab like a hawk. I post vid updates and polls, which are very important, especially the vid updates, because, well, they're vid updates. You guys get to know what stage my vids are at to being finished, or something has happened. I'll also post my schedule for next week, so yeah, there's no reason right there. So again, watch my community tab like a hawk. Alright, now for quick social media plugs. Twitter is at AnimeSage4. I do tweet a lot, so Twitter is a great way for you guys to interact with me. And I do post my vids after I publish them, so it acts as another pair of notifications. So follow me on Twitter. Next, Instagram is anime_sage4. I post very frequently on Instagram via posts and stories, so it's a good way to interact with me, I guess. So again, follow me on Instagram. Finally, join my Discord. If you join my Discord, you get access to sneak peeks of some entry content, notifications for when I live stream ahead of time, and of course you can suggest to me ideas directly, be it what if ideas or whatever. It is also a good way for you guys to interact with me, so join my Discord, link is in the description. Alright, now for the usual checklist. If you haven't seen the last part, link is in the description. If you haven't seen the series at all, check out the playlist. With all that out of the way, let's get right into the story. Naruto and Sasuke have begun their clash, which is sword-to-sword combat. Sasuke uses Chidori Stream, and then Naruto counters with Hurricane Stream. It cuts Winjutsu I created via the sword, kind of like something similar to Chidori Stream, but you get what I'm saying. Naruto then gets into attack with Kurama in the middle of the battle, and then Sasuke uses Sharingan, like in canon. Naruto then begins to chat with Kurama. Kurama then says, "Well, it seems you did embrace hatred and use my power, and here I fought. You were different." Naruto responds with, "Well, yeah. You are correct in saying that. I guess there are things that will push me to use your own power, but however, I didn't really hurt anybody with it. In fact, this is really the only time I really lost control. Other times I've been able to keep my cool." Kurama then said, "You still used my power, and you still had hatred for Orochimaru." Naruto's like, "And? It was a point in time where I lost control. I am human after all. I'm pretty sure there have been points in time where you lost control. It does happen." Kurama's kind of shocked that someone would say that to him, almost like he's a living being instead of a weapon. Then Sasuke appears and disables the Nine Tails, or suppresses it. Sasuke then tells Naruto, "So, you had this inside you." Then Naruto is transferred out of his mind. Naruto then says, "So the only way you can beat me is to suppress the power I possess while you use your curse mark?" Sasuke is then like, "I'll make it fair, and I'll beat you without my curse mark." Naruto then grins and the clash continues. Meanwhile, Kakashi, Hinata, and Sakura are kind of watching the fight as well as Orochimaru and Kabuto, and they're not really interrupting it. I think they're more so curious than anything, you know what I'm saying? Naruto will use the hidden Shadow Snake technique, Sasuke dodges it, Sasuke unleashes a fireball jutsu, Naruto counters it with his own explosion, I guess, fire explosion, you know what I'm saying? Naruto then puts fire chakra into his sword and unleashes some flame slashes. Sasuke dodges him, and is impressed Naruto has a second element into his sword repertoire, you know what I'm saying? Naruto and Sasuke continue clashing. Sasuke then decides to unleash Kyuren, and Naruto, feeling the pressure of the attack, charges up a Rasen Shuriken, as he feels he might need it to counter the attack. However, Naruto also realizes that he may not be able to counter the attack, because there's something going on with those clouds a little bit. Orochimaru then holds up Sasuke's hand and declares the battle over before he even has a chance to really fully form it, and he makes the same proposition like in canon. Naruto begrudgingly accepts the terms, much to Sakura's dismay, but Kakashi and Hinata know something is up. Sakura's like, "What's going on?" And Naruto explains that none of them are really a match for Orochimaru and Sasuke, and he might have died to Sasuke's attack. Sakura's like, "Dang," as she understands that if Naruto's convinced that he will lose, there's something up. And everybody would probably be defeated by Sasuke, as Sasuke would probably use his curse mark. And yeah, that would have been the end of them. Naruto says he understands it's hard, but they have to regroup and get stronger. Naruto then says he does something that could probably counter the attack because there seems to be some lightning chakra involved with it, but he hasn't fully perfected or mastered it. Sakura asks what it is, and it is the Flying Raijin. Everybody's shocked and intrigued by this, and hope Naruto can master it. Any questions about it are answered by Kakashi, that he gave his son it because he believes he can master it, and especially makes sense since, again, Kakashi was made to a student. And this is again also really without telling them about Minato being Naruto's father, so you know, that's pretty up there. And then Kakashi will comment that Naruto seems to have an S rank jutsu. Naruto comments yes, and actually has a couple, but he also doesn't know much about them, especially Rasen Shuriken. He does know a bit about the Rasen Nova, especially since he does have a bit of a burned hand after using them, but he's never really used any attacks against another person, you know what I'm saying? So he doesn't really fully know the effects, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And he won't really use the Rasen Shuriken after feeling pain in his hand. Again, it's only if he feels he absolutely has to. He also then remembers he has to talk to Lady Tsunade about it, so they all go back. Tsunade congratulates them for their efforts, and then Tsunade tells Naruto to be cautious about the jutsu, but maybe he can use it one time on somebody if he has a chance, and maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe they can figure out the actual effects of the Rasen Shuriken, or the Rasen Nova, whichever one he chooses. Naruto later that night talks to Anko, his mother, about the mission and his new quest to learn the Flying Raijin Jutsu. Anko expresses belief in her son that, well, he will master the Flying Raijin. However, she also expresses doubt in Naruto being able to bring back Sasuke because Orochimaru. Naruto understands where Anko is coming from, but says he will do everything he can, but knows if there's absolutely no other option, he knows he may have to kill Sasuke. But he says if his mother can break out Orochimaru's grasp, then he can break Sasuke out of Orochimaru's grasp. Because his mother is also giving him lessons on strength and how to be strong, and you know, that's a pretty cool thing. And he believes that with all that, he can probably bring Sasuke back, especially with all the information that Naruto knows about Orochimaru. Anko just smiles. Naruto then, for the next week, will train for the Flying Raijin and is able to complete it via the same methods, like he did in canon, you know, the clone technique, and the issues will be counteracted with Tenzo, as he's introduced later, but by the end of this, Tenzo will respect Naruto as he did learn a very advanced jutsu. The Hidan and Kakuzu arc starts, and I am really sorry, but Asuma still dies. Kakashi and Naruto are saddened by his revelation, more so these events, and Kakashi takes similar methods like in canon, while Naruto work on a couple more methods with the Flying Raijin, and then he will catch up with Kakashi. Kakashi and everybody still fight, and everything remains relatively the same up until Naruto versus Kakuzu. Naruto throws a Hirashi knife, and Kakuzu's like, what was that? And then Naruto charges up a Rasen Shuriken, as Naruto kind of feels like he should use it here, and if it succeeds, maybe we can get more information about the jutsu, as he really hasn't used it, you know what I'm saying? Naruto and Hirashin's over to where he threw the knife, which is sticking out of a stone pillar, structured thing, and appears behind Kakuzu. Kakuzu is too shocked about what just happened to react, and then he destroys Kakuzu here. I'm gonna say that since Naruto's stronger with the wind tracker here, this will end up killing Kakuzu pretty handily. So Naruto gets the dub here. When people ask Naruto what the jutsus were, Naruto's answer shocks everybody when he says Flying Raijin. Kakashi then goes for Samurai explosion here, so there's the end of that. Naruto is then told to never use the jutsu again after the medical examination, and that remains the same. Naruto and I will go on a couple dates in between, so that's pretty cool. I guess I should go into the Sasuke versus Itachi fight. Well, that remains the same. Everything extra relatively remains the same. With the game versus Toby, everybody can't really touch him, even if Anko's there at this point in time. Like, nobody can really touch him, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, Sai will be introduced here, however, as he does join him here. Let me acknowledge that I forgot I made Anko's team sensei not Kurenai, but the point still stands from the last part, so not a Silla to join. With Sai, Naruto will compare his love for Hinata and his friendship with Sasuke. Sai will be inspired by that, he'll resonate with it, and he'll still go through his development phase here, you know what I'm saying? And there wouldn't be any, like, underhanded deeds here, because there's no really Orochimaru, it's just the Akatsuki that they have to deal with. So the development here is, well, right there, and he will become a bit of a part of Team 7, so that will remain the same, you know what I'm saying? Back to Toby, like, again, if Kakashi can't really figure out his secret, I don't think Naruto would either, and he has a higher battle IQ here, and he's a better strategist, he's more logical than his Ken counterpart, so yeah, that is going to be a bit of a difficult encounter, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It's just that hard to figure out short-range combat when you first encounter it, you know what I'm saying? Everything actually remains the same up until then, except Sai, again, is getting a character development later, but that's not really important, so we can now skip to the pain arc. Jiraiya here still dies. Hold your tissues, it's about to get worse. Naruto is still hurt by this event and will go on his quest to avenge his master. He'll be comforted by his girlfriend and his mother, and even his dad, as Kakashi does give him a bit of a talk, as he really understands what he's going through because, you know, Minato. Naruto will feel better, but of course, again, he wants to avenge his master. He'll go to Mount Miyaboku and will learn Stage 1 a bit earlier because he's stronger here and has kind of meditated a little bit in the time skip, you know what I'm saying? So he can work on his Rasen Shuriken, Rasen Nova, and of course, try to mix the frog kata with his sword, creating a new sword style, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Pain still invades the village. Remember when I told you to hold on to your tissues? You're gonna need them here. Kakashi here still dies, like in canon. Choji will have the devastation from it, and then Kakashi says, tell my son, my wife, and my daughter that I tried my best. As Kakashi knows that his end is near, Pain finishes the job and Kakashi is now dead. Anko, meanwhile, is trying to protect her daughter from the chaos. Unfortunately, Anko encounters the animal path of Pain, and the animal path of Pain blitzes her, killing her with a chakra rod. The path will leave Mika alone, and Mika is left there, crying over the death of her mother, and wants her big brother to come back. She needs him. Sakura still goes through devastation, as the village goes through Shinra Tensei, and the village will collectively call for one name to stop Pain: Naruto. Naruto then appears, ready for action. Naruto then destroys the Oscar path, and then will ask Tsunade where Kakashi is, and then comes to the same conclusion like in canon. Not only that, but he also knows that his mother's also died, but knows there's no time for crying, as he has a village to save, and he has to, take care of business. Naruto then gets ready to fight the other paths of Pain. How will this battle go? You'll have to find out in the next part. Now, thank you all for watching part 13 of What If Kakashi Adopted Naruto. We're really nearing the end, and all I have to say is thank you all for supporting this series. It will be a sad day when this series finally meets its end. It also kind of had the conclusion again. Eventually we've lost to Sasuke there because Kirin's a very hard choose to counter unless you have to find Raijin or Sasano. So there's that. Anyways, make sure to watch the game tab like a hawk. Watch for that Scout drop especially, you know what I'm saying? Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, join my Discord. That's very important right there, for a reminder. That is all I have to really say. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and of course, share the video. This has been your boy, the Anime Sage, signing out. Peace. Your Ha. Bye-bye.